Hello everyone and welcome to another match of ChromeX's SASO Roulette 2. This time we are going deep inside the losers bracket because this is gonna be LB round 5 between Jokerj and Yannini. I'm gonna tell you about the significance of this match really quickly because now it's just a couple rounds away from the grand final. Whoever wins this match, and I think I should show the brackets just in case whoever wins this match goes of course to losers round 6. And we'll play one of the next 3 players, Chaos, myself, and Scruffy, and that is going to be a guaranteed top 4 spot with PG and Fanium still in the upper bracket. One of them, of course, will be going down to the loser bracket final, so it is getting really deep here. And we are getting ready for this hopefully very exciting match of 2 very equal players on some very difficult maps, because now I guess it has been revealed in chat. The map pool for this match is Mendoza chosen by Jokerj, Haven Island chosen by Yannini, and the RNG maps in order: House built on Sand, Santa Fortuna, Paris, and Chongqing. So four maps that will take a long time, and that is without considering the potential complications. Still first 6, only the final will be first to 10. I suppose I could find the bands which were the author by Jokerj and Wisdom Creek by Yannini. They do have history from this tournament because they've played in the winners bracket, and if I can find it, Jokerj beat Yannini 6-4, so that was a 5 mapper in winners bracket round 2. So let's see if this loose bracket match can deliver, and we have the first spin already. Don Yates is Fall, and Tamara Vidal is Machete with the complication no brute force against doors. And I'm getting ready here. Yanni already in. I actually missed his starting location. It's probably default. I want to say default, but it can always be the other one, which is Shrine, and I think Joker was hovering over the Shrine stuff, so different starts here, and Yanni is actually going to use no early... Yeah, okay, now I got it. You need to trigger Tamara's target state by being far enough away from the conversation between herself and Diana. And then this chill 45-second to 1 minute of bumping until the bodyguards get far enough away. And it's hard to comment on the rest because still got a wait of it, and we can see the chaos there, which you will see on the other side. As I quickly say about Joker, he started Shrine as the Santa, which is incidentally neither the wetsuit for the wetsuit exit or the other start for which was the Shrine start. What is the problem with the rules? Did something happen there? Is the default start not allowed? But it has been done before. Oh, the rule has been changed. Okay, Fanium. I mean, Fanium did check the rules, I'm sure, because he's doing really well in the winner's bracket, so must be weird that might have been a case before the tournament or at the start of the tournament, but PG definitely did use the default start beforehand. But that is one Yanni bump, and I'm not going to comment on the next 6 seconds of bumping again. I think some guard didn't turn the right way at the right time, so Yanni had to restart, and Joker is now getting ready for the lockdown chat for tomorrow. Pull this section for a guard, perhaps? I wasn't sure exactly. But the real deal here is the Ducky, which will cause that target lockdown, and tomorrow will be running alone to this security hub without that guard. I think that's the question mark for. And that was a tiny bit of scream, but not in, I guess, any compromising way, and Joker did get the tomorrow ISO down. Still need the Machete, which is going to be a long trip between here and the boathouse, which I think is the only which I think is the only machete on the map. And Yannini cannot get this one going. Another restart. Because of the lack of... But I guess the bodies weren't turning the right way and tomorrow was found. Now I think you guys should have game audio. Only I was the one who hearing it beforehand. So now it's a big difference between Jokerj and Yannini's in-game time, 2.5 minutes almost. And more bumping to get that personal guard turned away. Jokerj is gonna take a lot of time, of course, walking to the row. The boathouse, sorry, the rowboat was in Mumbai for the bingo match. Boathouse is where the machete is as well. And some dodging required, but luckily the machete fits in a briefcase, so it's only this same chip twice. Yannini gets the KO, second one, and the last card is also gone, so I think that's the green gun ISO for Yannini with the default start. But will it be perhaps too late? Not in terms of done, of course, because the lockdown always solves it easily. In terms of this map, because Jokerj now has the machete in the briefcase, so once he gets out of the lavender field, he's back in public area and will be for basically the entirety of the run. Tomorrow will be fine. And then just the Dawn 4 kill and the car exit. How full can you get with this whoosh? Nowhere near. So Jokerj just needs to steal this invitation. And there's tomorrow kill. It is a lot of back and forth, but for a kill that is inherently a lot of back and forth, wouldn't you say? Like, I guess if you're not confident in using different timings for the tomorrow lockdown, you are right. I don't quite understand why Dawn wouldn't be killed in the first place. It was a big detour. So some time will be spent on that, but it's not like Yannini could really catch up, I don't think. But we can see that for Yannini, Dawn is still alive, so that will be the second kill, and Jokerj gets compromised, shooting the wall there for a distraction. He was so close to finishing there, but that's basically the entirety of the run gone. Jokerj wasn't too far away from finishing. And now it's all in Yannini's hands. I'm not sure if he has a briefcase nearby. I see the hidden stash though near the boathouse. I think that's a rarely used agency pickup instead of the stash, so that's why the briefcase may be there. If it's a hidden stash, then Yannini's a bit of an awkward situation. Not sure. Okay, that's of course the Dawn found, so no worries about that one, and the door opens this way down. No briefcase yet. I just really wasn't sure if this will be a hidden stash and an agency pickup, and Yannini doesn't look at the gaucho. Not turning him around with a coin or a bullet distraction. And now he's back to the start. And Jokerj with 55 seconds. In-game time lead 56-57. It'd really be ideal if Dawn was knocked out and killed. But he just will not do that. Jokerj keeps doing this back and forth for probably the earliest tomorrow ISO, but yeah, I have to agree with PG. It's a lot of back and forth that he's giving up. Or he's giving away to Yannini. Who will now? Pauses a little more. Still only 30 seconds in game time. Takes a while of this strat to work, a lot of bumping to do. And now those 3 guards are leaving, and I think one will turn. Well, now the micro throw, but it's compromised, and I think it will turn the guard range, so it's on the restart for Yanni. I have to say it's one of the hardest threats to commentate on because it's just a lot of bumping and then you usually rip. But hopefully it will be fine for Yanni next time. Once again, we're in that situation again. Jokerj with 2 minutes of a lead. Who will now knock out that guard, and it's the same situation. How long will it be until the waiter is found? And actually Jokerj will take his time to drag this guard away, which is once again giving a glimmer of hope to Yanni because his strat seems quicker, is quicker. Actually going to spend a little time going to the Mendoza hitmaps page because I really want to know. Smuggle near the boathouse, that's level 2 apparently, and it's a hidden stash, so you won't get a briefcase from the boathouse. So Yanni may be losing some time there, because I don't really see how you can transport a machete all the way back to Tamara in your suit. So it's all in Joker's hands, I would say. Now has the briefcase, has done isolated Tamara knocked out a long time ago. Not Tamara, Valentina. Tamara comes later. Of course she's now fine as well, and Jokerj cutting down on the back and forth by killing Dawn with the fall right now, middle of the run. Watch out for the mercenaries though, because they will first home in on Dawn, find the body, well, that was found instantly anyway, but after all they go for random cycles and they can, on occasion, after some time, go to the balcony where Valentina is currently knocked out, so Jokerj doesn't have an infinite amount of time, but Jokerj seems to be able to finish this run in the next 2.5 minutes-ish, but then the tango will be very crucial, and this is one time where you don't want to say GG early. Especially the fact that Jokerj gets blocked by these two gauchos is going to give him more time. Thank you everyone for the GG spam. You outdo yourself day after day. Jokerj getting the machete now, and Yanni back to Dawn, who is of course much delayed. Thanks to the lockdown, and I think if players want to avoid a question mark, they can at this point. Just 2 quick throws, an insta body found by some mercenaries down there, but it is going to be the same thing for Yanni. I think Yanni is closer. Yanni's second half of the run is shorter. The time between the Dawn kill and killing Tamara is shorter. If he can carry the... That's what I'm talking about. You couldn't have write it any better. It's absolutely... Oh my god. That's not because of me. I tried to warn everyone, and then you guys still did the GG anyway. Oh my god. Well, I suppose the same can happen for Yanni now as well, who now doesn't have the hidden stash, and the visible confusion is apparent. Yanni really wanted a briefcase from this. He thinks the blue icon... No, I don't try to underestimate Yanni, but I think he really thought that this is going to be an agency pickup. And I mean, this is the moment where Yanni may actually restart. Like, his whole run is now back to improv territory. Well, Fuchsia, if it's any hope, their previous matchup in the winners bracket went 6-4, and it might have been the longest match of the tourney so far. Yeah, 2 matches went to 5 maps. The other one was Yanni 6-4 Nezuko. So Yanni does eject the 5 mappers. And this one is going to have some long maps, Haven Island and house built on sand next. But will we get out of this map? There's Valentina, this is incredible. At least this gives the chance to Yanni to replan for an agency pickup, but it's actually ridiculous. Joker for the third time in this match with about a minute and a half or more of a lead. And at this point everyone just keep doing the similar strats here. Wait for Tamara, knock her out with the wine bottle. You might get a full whoosh there in time. This is probably the most scuffed attempt of the 3 or the 4, but still not heard by any of the security guards. But I do feel, with both of them having this major cause for a rip, Valentina being found, of course the natural reaction will be to take the extra time and hide her.
Just sit back, relax.
I know, right, Chris? The 0.5 strats everyone has for each map. The only one that people can do, and it's half a strat more than I have for each map, so. Anyway, Joker going to get the machete. Not doing fall, not doing the long kill right now. I guess that's the other natural progression of the spin, is to just do the fall kill last. It is going to take even longer. I held my breath because I really did want to say that you can get spotted during that checkpoint. For Joker, oh man, that's almost a full whoosh. Little bit of a peekaboo and maybe even rustling the bushes, but Joker gets to the boathouse with a briefcase. But 3:22 right now, this is not going to be any quicker than 7 minutes. Yanni does feel like his strat is quicker, but how much quicker? And if this ended in a photo finish, how bad will we feel for Chromie? Now Yanni with the KO on the waiter, and he will start with Dawn and Dawn's kill. Now my problem is that the waiter is not being hidden, so at the 5-6 minute mark Diana will be going through that area, and she doesn't care about the body, but her guard will. Joker with the machete now, going back to the bathroom for the 4th time. And you can just really see the alteration in strats. Joker got the invitation before going for the machete this time, and Yanni using the interesting strategy of missing the throw on Valentina, and that may or may not be keeping red guns, but it's not unconscious. I don't think he was spotted by her. There's the down kill, and Yanni will absolutely have to hide Valentina. Joker gets Tamara again. Machete won't be needed now. And Joker is holding a pistol again. And somehow, some way, it doesn't compromise him. Another step closer. Just the Dawn kill remaining and a couple bullet distractions, a little panic for the mate. And of course the car exit, which I'm pretty sure Joker will double check that he has the keys, but otherwise Joker is really just half a minute away. Yanni has the briefcase this time around. And I'm not sure about the Gaucho cycles, but remember, Yanni does have an exit right next to Tamara. Insta exit too, although that won't change a lot, and Yanni doesn't trust the Gaucho cycles, that this might cost him, although Yanni has virtually no loading times. Uses the coin to turn away the Gauchos. There are a little bit of whoosh from the boathouse guards. But Yanni still going to need one more minute. Joker after, what is that, 18 minutes finishes Mendoza. That's map number 1 done. I don't think this will be done in 47 seconds, sorry. The map is just too big and it's 2 different corners of the map rather. Which means that this is getting hidden, this is getting hidden, this is getting hidden. And the score here is 2 for Joker and 0 for Yannini. Oh boy, that was one map. That was probably the easiest of the first 4. Haven Island, house built of sand. On sand rather. Santa Fortuna is next. And Yanni needs to win all 3 of them in a row if he doesn't want it to go to map 5 again. Oh, by the way, yes, we had a complication, no brute force on doors. I hope Chromie did watch for those, but I think the amount of doors that were opened is very limited because it was the key card door next to Tamara on Joker's side. And I mean, with the lockpick, they would always have the lockpick, so I don't exactly imagine that crowbar would ever be used on this map. So many Joker moments on this map, yes, PG. That's true. I think the one unforced error was the bullet distraction on the waiter. The rest, I mean, both of them ripped to Valentina being found, which is, I think, something that you know about, but something that you don't really want to spend a lot of time on. You need to hide her. It's a long drag, half a minute lost for something that is kind of niche, kind of rarely happens, and you can always hope that it won't happen to you. But it did for both of them, and it made for some good television. Haven Island, the true tropical paradise. I'm sure it will be paradise for them. And I am going to drag some windows around. You shouldn't be able to see any of this. So we start with Tyson Williams. And then we go to Stephen Bradley condition. Oh wait, I really don't have a co-caster. How did I not notice that in the last 20 minutes? And I think I've set up now. Oh my god, so many chat in SASO Roulette too. Please go back to the basement. I appreciate it, Yoshi. I'm good for this one, but we can definitely arrange one next time. Wow. Yes, the thread is really popping off. I'm trying to see. Yeah, you're complaining about chat because of the following points. Yanni don't read, Yanni forgets things, and Yanni only saw it PJ do this once, then try it in a match. Alright, I literally cannot follow this one, and the spin is live. Oh my god, I'm sorry. How late am I? 20 seconds. Not going to mess with the timer there. We have ace condition, which means that no longer silent setting is needed. It is basically an any % professional difficulty run, and the conditions are Tyson Williams explosion, Stephen Bradley folding knife, and Ludmila Vetrova fall. So that's basically the main start speedrun like shot, which I think Joker missed for the first time. Yanni gets it. And early lead for Yanni. Joker throwing the briefcase, I'm not sure what that's for, but
like this hut is all
Don't
clear.
that helps him in any way. And yeah, so far green guns. Steven folding knife, now I'm really going to be interested in that, because that's a really feels to me that a live throw to Steven in the public area, I can't really think of a better way, because you don't really want to waste time on a pneumatic isolation, and well, the keys are never going to be an option in the private island. And the other thing is Tyson Williams' explosion. I'm just being chat here, but if you find a wall-bangable explosion, you might as well try to do something like that. I think for Yanni it would make sense, both players, it would make sense to go down to the facility first. Yeah, the folding knife is next to the gas suit in a locker at the bottom floor of the facility. And I don't know how I'm supposed to get that in suit, but it's likely not gonna happen here. Yanni with the pneumatic syringe, hoping for maybe using it on Steven at some point, but I think it won't happen. Yanni is just clearing out the whole floor. The green guns are long gone, and but it's not a camera, but also Yanni cannot get through this door with a key, I don't think. And if lockpick, that's lame. Jokerj in a gunfight as well. A few more body shots is going to make this a really hard combat. Back to searching, luckily, and Yanni is now in combat. Both of them are clearing out the population of Haven at a very rapid rate. And Yanni needs to try again with that throw, because that wouldn't be ranged to Tyson. Yanni will be good on that explosion, but now Yanni is in combat as well and cannot see anything. We don't know either who is shooting at him. I think it would be the Jacuzzi guard. Meanwhile, Jokerj has turned this into Call of Duty. And now this is the end of his run, so he has to restart and giving it to a bigger lead to Yannini. And this is indeed a kill everything deal, when the complication in ChromeX is SASO Roulette, which is SASO stands for Silent Assassin Suit only. I think that most of us know that, but the Silent Assassin part is gone here, and I think Yanni is cornered and will die as well. Back to Jokerj lead if he finishes loading first. Barely. Much shot is not allowed in the SASO Roulette rulebook, I think. It's yeah, I shouldn't have tried to pronounce it, but it's only suit only for this spin only. Silent Assassin not required. But it's still a tough spin because you want to be quick. Yan insta-compromise, but it's only civilians and you're never gonna be in this part of the area. Jokerj though in combat, that might be warranting a restart, because this panic will be carrying him all the way through the villa. And Jokerj does die next to the pool. Yanni only compromised. And I feel like Yanni's combat was cleaner in the villa a couple minutes ago. It was barely at combat at some time. I think like he was basically one guard away from clearing out the villa. And that's a really funny comment, Yoshi. Read Christmas. I think it would be fitting if Holiday Hoarders was in this map pool, but apparently not. Both players and Chrome all hate Christmas confirmed. I know, Chrome, that ace complication doesn't mean mandatory gunshots, but it's just more fun this way, ain't it? And Yanni switching up the order, goes for the folding knife first. And that was gonna be a disguise change on my end. I would have always press the T button. I think that's my change disguise. And it's a little bit of a dodging and weaving here. Depends on the phone call. Lady and still gets a full whoosh there into combat. And apparently that took care of the whole situation. And After a couple tries, the headshot is also doable. Lockpick doesn't open this one because he didn't pick it out of the briefcase. That's nice logic. There's the folding knife, the only folding knife on the map. And Yannini is in virtually combat, so he could be taking the other way up. Or he could just kill the remaining 17 guards, which sounds a bit tougher there. Probably will still be aiming and shooting at him, and I missed the Joker restart, apologize for that. I assume he died. It's not a lot of ways you can rip an ace complication. Still in combat, but none the wiser on the surface. I'm not sure what these two kills are for. Oh, the propane flask. I know the one next to the agency pickup, which is below these stairs. But Yannini switching the order between conditions is proven to be smart. I think they hunted. Ooh, Tyson's running. Tyson's gonna run out of the room. At least it's not combat currently, but there will be some Haven NPCs causing trouble. Don't headshot Tyson. And getting shot by someone from, I think, near the seaplane. Oof. It's really hard to take a breather here because it's constant combat for either of them, and my any percent instinct would just make me want to change disguises, but that would of course rip the run. But as long as Yannini is in combat, I'm gonna quickly check on Joker, who likes to do this approach. I'm not sure if Tyson stays in the cinema for all this time. I think he's about to leave though. So is it Joker using the micro explosive, the loud one? I mean, of course you can't bring a beacher for any item. Loud gunfire as well. And nice. Proxy explosive does work. Little combat. But now Joker is now 2 kills down. Need to take care of that exclamation mark. But they are going the other way around. The wrong way for them. The right way for Joker. Yannini still in combat. Still with Villa guards. I think these are facility guards at this point. And Joker is going to die this one if he can make it to the door, but he can't. Joker was really close to possibly make this one happen, and Yannini was restarting, everyone dying at the same time. Ace condition is not free because you want to speed it up so much. Both of them try to go the extra mile, but it's 1 mile an hour too fast for them apparently. And we are back to the main start, and we are back to the Ludmilla leg shot, which is now not going to be a leg shot anymore. Yannini is going to KO her, crime notice, compromised. Who cares, of course.
Good work, 47. Ludmilla Vetrova has been
Did Yannini pick the nitro? That's really funny. It has its own story, of course, from a long time ago. It's been more than 2 years now since that final. Yannini turns hunted, and it is going to give him some troubles if the hive mind is psychic enough, but it seems that I don't see any white dots around. Of course, in a trespassing area, that means a different thing. Oh, no nitro, but he should bring nitro. That makes a lot more sense. Yannini's hunted indicator keeps flashing. I guess between hunted and compromised. And now they are basically identical. If they were both to finish their runs, Joker still has significantly longer in-game loading time, sorry. Any photo finish would favor him heavily, but there is little guarantee that both of them will survive this attempt. Joker came really close to getting to the facility after a long combating session. Will that remote explosion be in range for Tyson? It's the question for Joker, but we won't detonate. He tries to survive without being in combat. And that's a nice, well, I want to say safer approach.
Captain Williams eliminated.
because anything but a combat is safety, and Yanni gets into combat himself.
One more target to go.
And that body is definitely being found by the bottom stairs Villa guards. It's just a good question whether he can survive without being in actual combat. Emetic syringe in hand, now in the pistol. And I think it's a big shoulda, woulda, coulda, but there's another way to get out of the facility, and it's a bit further away. And Yanni eventually gets here. This is another option. It seems that he's fine as long as the Haven guards, the facility guards rather, don't cause any issues. Then I think Yanni is back in normal territory. But those two guards will always be a problem. And now, which way do you approach the villa from? Triple shot, trying to avoid the combat, but wow, welcome to Haven. That's insta combat, orange. The Trover's agenda. Am I missing a message here? No, nothing in chat. Hopefully, Joker's not getting IRL and is maybe just looking up some items and strategies. Yanni hostile area, that is going to be combat, but manages to headshot him before the action escalates, and the orange guards, in some other way or shape or form, they did make it to the other part of the villas, so they won't be combating 47. Quick headshot on the actual bodyguard, and Yanni can now shoot the propane, and that's gonna be kill number 2, and he also has the folding knife. Joker also gets to this room. He still couldn't open, he didn't have a lockpick here, but now gets the folding knife. Hunted, and this will be a very quick combat once he gets out this room. He's in combat anyway. Yanni only missing the Steven kill now as well, and he's now trying to get out of the villa. This is going to be really close if he gets any gunshots going for him. Yanni does feel like he's a little closer to Steven. 4 minutes and 15 seconds he's about to. He has left the snorkel instructor's hut, so he will be between the gym and the private islands. You could do something similar to what I'm gonna say. Crouch in the bushes and throw the folding knife at him while he's past. Yanni, that's apparently an orange guard there, but luckily only one. It was more than he would be in trouble, and Joker's going the long way around. His in-game time is more favorable, and those are some extreme view cons just because of one guard who's orange. Joker's only just passing now, it's only as NPC, or rather a civilian, so won't be carrying much panic. And Joker got a key, which I think is really insignificant. And there you go, there's no more foliage to throw it from, but Yanni gets the last kill. He's in combat though, and has 5 bullets remaining, and is being shot at. He really needs a loud pistol, and Joker himself is in combat. I think he leg shot Steven, getting combat. He's running towards the fire. The gunfire rather. He needs to crouch and hopefully survive. Joker's on very low health. Yanni as well. Both of them could survive and both of them could die. If either of them make it, then they are the winner. And if both of them do, I think it's photo finish with a Joker win. Joker is 10 steps away, still alive. I think Joker wins Haven Island in one of the most exciting maps of SASO Roulette 2. And there's the Yanni finish, and I think the Snowflake app will tell us about the generic Discord messages what the difference was, but Joker's console and Yanni is running a spaceship, so similar amount of tries, Joker with significantly more loading times. The reactions everywhere, this is ridiculous. 515 to 555. Of course, it's all about the real time. This has been just 15 minutes. Joker leading by 10 seconds. I do wonder if... Yanni himself's not saying much. I wonder if we are getting a photo finish wave there. Jokerj, the 45,000 non-target kill penalty, that's 9 NPCs. It would be nice to compare. At least that's what the players are talking about. And yeah, this is anything but that they were expecting. I think it was Yannini's pick, and Yannini likes the longer, harder maps. In the end, it was anything but a longer, harder spin, but they made it really hard for themselves with the complication. It's all because you know that you can do this in 5 minutes. And I think the SASO, no seeker, no emetic device strat, you couldn't ever do it in under 6 or 7. So you just really want to be as fast as possible, but Haven do be Haven. And they did claim the casualties. If I were to guess, I think it's 4th try for Jokerj, 4th try for Yannini. It would probably be 5th or 6th try, but thank you, Observer, that's what I was trying to go for. I would have to disagree with Yanni's comment there. He says, by the way, prime example of a spin that got harder and less fun due to Ace. I don't think it got harder, and I don't think it got less fun for us. But they are in the heat of the moment and might feel it otherwise. Whether Ace as a complication has its place in SASO Roulette, the Science Assassin Suit Only Roulette, is also a different question. I want to say Chrome can answer, because I say he can't answer because he's busy calculating loading times, but would be a 1 in 10 chance for getting rid of Silent Assassin, which I say it's fine. Like, it's not life-changing, but Finim also says it's a ridiculous complication, and we are talking about veterans of this game mode, so something that would be probably discussed after the tournament. It's obviously all up to Chrome, who has worked an enormous amount of time, on this format before the first edition and between the 2 editions. I've got a concept rule set all the way back in the summer, and I think at that point plans were for a summer or early fall edition of SASO 2. Yeah, I think Ace on Dartmoor, I remember that spin. Chaos did fast forward and shot Alexa and left in a minute 10. You went up, you got the case file and exited in 1:30. That's even less of a roulette. It's probably also makes sense if we add some weights into it, something that's, well, it's a good question if players need to understand the weights of complications. I think for me, it's nice to see if something can happen 10% of the time or 5% of the time, something that could be experimented with. And maybe just Chrome has some ridiculous ideas which could happen 1% of the time, so once every tournament or something like that. Ace could be some of these as well. So I'm curious about that one. Yeah, there hasn't been any waves, and Yanni has a lot of restarts, so he really shouldn't feel that he lost this photo finish. But from our perspective, seeing that both of them ripped about the same time, and Yanni's loading times are just so short, I don't see Yanni winning this one, but of course Chrome will count this one out. I think Chrome will definitely appreciate even anything from the generic feedback to the complication feedback. Because the complication is just basically just a list, which I don't think it's the hardest thing ever to add or remove from. But it's really is the love child of one person, and if I mean, Chrome will do what he feels he's comfortable with, and he's comfortable seeing other people do it, so gonna have to strike a balance there, but I don't think there's a wrong suggestion, just maybe some that won't be implemented. Jokerj 1151, that's a nice level. Jokerj is definitely going great on this spin. A very close match with Joker taking the 4-0 lead. Last time around, Jokerj got the 4-0 lead in the winner's bracket against Yannini, taking it Dartmoor and New York in, I think, about 10 or 15 minutes. And then it was Author, won by Yanni, Hawks Bay, won by Yanni, and then it came down to the Source, which I think it was also an ace complication. I don't remember a lot of Source in this competition, but there was one where the complication was ace, and the kill was the circumcision knife from the middle of the table. I imagine. Yeah, I found it entertaining, but I don't know which match that was, so I don't want to talk about it a lot. But Yanni is certain about the next map, because no matter who wins this one, we will have at least one more map. A house built on sand. The one map which I actually enjoyed exploring for the first time when I was... Well, I guess it counts as practice. I was looking at a way to get targets down on maps that I didn't really know. And I'm curious to see how they will isolate Matteo Mendoza first and then Conquotang. Also, I think this is an item that you can't use. So I think Yanni just wants to see if any emetics works and where he will go. I think since the middle of the year, and I honestly can't remember which middle of the year, I think it's middle of 2021 patch, targets will really heavily prioritize the toilets, which will mean that Mendoza will go to the Shisha toilet by the 2-minute mark. So he always goes to the Shisha bathroom. Thank you, Phenium. That's what I did, Joker, using the emetic pills or the vial to poison the snails, and then I used the remaining time to go up to the rooftop and KO the bodyguard there and call Kong in, who will then leave the Shisha area and go to the rooftop. But I did lose that match, so I lost to Ashton, who then sadly had to forfeit, who's the defending champion, which is really sad to see. It's a long photo finish calculation, but ChromeX is now typing, and this has been no less than 10 loads combined, if not even more. So I'm just curious about the result. The drum roll.gif by observer. And then we will soon figure out whether we will have a 4-0 lead, which means that the first two maps are both won by Jokerj. It's always 2 points for a win, 1 for a draw. Or if Yanni just was really heavy on the restarts and somehow put up the Joker, which would be the next likely option to me, but I will read it out once we have it. Anything. There's the result. Joker loaded for 56 seconds across 7 loads, Yanni for 29 across 3 loads, and then this is a 33-second difference in loading times, and of course the difference was just 10 towards Jokerj. So at last we have the score there, and I just need to make sure I don't hide the wrong stuff, but I can now change the score to 4-0 Jokerj. Jokerj says he screwed the Ludmilla isolation a few times, which I remember once. I didn't remember that many times. And also the 3 loads feel few for Yannini, but of course if it was not 3 but 5 or 6, wouldn't change a lot because Jokerj half a minute clear. We are going to have a house built on sand in 1 minute and 15 seconds, so I better get typing. Three targets are changed back to 2, and I start typing out Kong into Quang. And then the Matthew Mendoza kill is as such. And that's a typo because it's TTHIEU. Nice. And for complication, it is. I can't find it. I do find it. Nice. So it is now just 15 seconds, and I'm going to be on time with this one and won't be late. Starting with the timer when we get it, top of the minute. Jokerj's first match point. And here we go. Here we would go. There we go. So the spin is Kong To Quang, it's sniper rifle, and Matthew Mendoza is a screwdriver. Complication is no instinct allowed. So do check and change your gameplay options.
Welcome to Marek.
Yep, Joker's first step is in there immediately, and that's good with the Matic grenade. I don't think that's allowed. Yannini taking long with the planning time. 2 gas grenade, I don't think either of them is allowed. Oh, it's going to be, and Chrome is typing immediately. It's gonna be unfortunate, and Jokerj gets spotted using poisoning the snails.
Welcome to Marek.
Wait, am I just wrong there? Like, you can't use the grenades, right? And Chrome did send a message, but it's not about... Yannini, why use... why Chrome, I don't know why it's using secret language, because it's time that's been lost. Okay, well, just a bit of extra time on Yannini's end.
Welcome to Marrakesh, 47.
Meanwhile, Jokerj just gathering some loading time. 3rd try, lucky, maybe. I think you can just go straight to the snail and crouch and poison. Yeah, that's what I figured. My spin against Ashton was Kong sniper, Matteo drowning, and no instinct, so that's the one difference there. Jokerj will be going for the agency pickup. And I wouldn't be surprised if a screwdriver would be nearby. But I guess not. It just wants to drop the briefcase down. Both of them are without instinct for the rest of this mission. They did make sure that the setting was out. And Jokerj reclaimed the sniper. And Yannini did a bit of a thing there, which I really hope is not a crash or anything similar. I want to say Yanni played House Build on Sand before, but looking at it, this is just the second AHBOS. So I suppose it's only Ashton and I and these two who have played in this tournament, with one other ban, like PG in winners round 3. So, Joker's back.
This is invite only, sir.
Yanni's back, I'd rather.
Thank you, sir. Good. Have a nice day.
But it's now a minute and a half lead almost for Joker. Lots of pausing on both sides. And looking for that pivotal Kong isolation, the silenced kill with the sniper. So we just need to lure him in there. He will be washing his hands here. Now imagine the coins will be put to good use when that part of the cycle arrives. The center lines are definitely interesting there. I think Joker just needs to wait this one out, but of course it's tricky because Mendoza is now puking to our right. Yannini is going to use another way to get into the Shisha Cafe. It doesn't seem to have an angle on the door. Which is tricky because you definitely do win the main mission, so unfortunate for Yannini. He will have to find another way in. And Joker is running out of time still as far as material is concerned. Gets the kill and needs to get to Mendoza, but I don't know if he has a screwdriver yet.
Sure looks like they're having a party behind
Maybe the coins will probably help, but I wouldn't leave him KO'd. No, I don't see the screwdriver there. It is going to be really tricky and better hope on good door opening skills, but he's still fine, and I think it's only the main mission when the lady comes in. So Joker only needs a screwdriver, which makes sense if it's by this handyman. It is in fact not, but not too far away. It's, of course, it's the main start of the main mission, and Joker is looking through the area, but it's going to be hit map section as Yannini gets the Matthew kill rather. But now how will the Kong kill be handled? He's at the same position Joker was, and this will be chest passing. You can see his hands are being raised. Yeah, he couldn't enter. I think that's really lucky for Yannini that he was actually late there, because he would have ripped otherwise. And now there's no real way to isolate him. This door is open. If any peekaboo or similar could be used, but... Oh, that's a smart one, and I think Kong may react to this. But I think it's a bit late because Joker gets the kill. Yannini also gets the kill though, and I'm not sure where the closest exit is. I think it's Joker's anyway. Joker with quite a few restarts there, and it's a body found anyway. So it is a 6-0 Joker sweep in the end. Still a long match. But it doesn't go 5 maps, and Yannini is in fact eliminated from the competition. Very nicely done by both. I think that Haven will go down as one of the more interesting maps of the tournament. And that followed the Mendoza, which was already setting a high bar. But Joker is just too strong on these 3 maps. Santa Fortuna would have been next. Probably... I want to say probably a struggle bus, but it's maybe disrespectful. It's one of the longer maps, of course, and it's without complications. There are some nice strats to it which we didn't get to see. Maybe in another round from Joker. and then Paris and Chongqing would have finished off the match. But it's a 3-mapper this time, very exciting one at that. And going to give it a refresh, but not that it will change a lot. Anyway, we know it's deep in the lower bracket. Jokerj is through to losers round 6, and we'll be playing the winner of Goats versus the winner of Infofarm versus Scruffy. So 3 names there in the top half of the lower bracket still. Jokerj is the winner of the bottom half of the lower bracket and is guaranteed the top 4 spot and still alive in hopes of winning the second SASO title and $175 with it. As far as upcoming matches go, the next one is Scruffy versus myself tomorrow at 6 CET, 6 p.m, 18 CET, and then the winners bracket semi-finals will also be played at 11 p.m. So 1 day and 2 hours from now, PG versus Phanium will face off, and the winner of that match will go to the final on, I want to say January 6th. But this should be the end of this one. Would like to say thank you to Chrome for this whole tournament, as well as adminning the match. And also everyone for watching. GG's to the players, and until next time, see you everyone.